Over the last 3 weeks, I designed these 3D printed lamps, and in this video, I'll be sharing the whole design process. I'll be showcasing what materials I used, discussing the different ways light can be manipulated with 3D prints, and sharing some resources to jumpstart your own 3D printed lamp design process. One final note, this is not a CAD tutorial, but if you're curious how I made any of the models in today's video, feel free to comment your questions below and I will be happy to answer them. Anyways, hello and welcome to Traverse 3D Printing, where it's my goal to inspire your next 3D print project. In this episode, we're exploring how light can be incorporated into 3D prints before ultimately 3D printing 2 lamps. I'm very excited about this project, so let's jump right in. First off, let's talk materials. I did a little bit of research, and based off that research, here are the initial materials I got. I got this little diffuser pad, which seems to be the most common thing being used to create these 3D printed lamps. It plugs in and has 3 different hues and temperature values. We can change the brightness. I also got some white filament to diffuse the light. I also use black or silver PLA for portions of 3D prints where I do not want light transmitting through. But realistically, you only need white filament or an alternatively light shade that light can pass through easily. And of course, obviously, you'll need a 3D printer. All the 3D prints in today's video were printed on my Prusa Mark III's with a standard 0.4 nozzle. Of course, any 3D printer will work. But if you do want suggestions, I've linked mine down below in the description with the other materials. Next, before printing any lamps that were too thick or thin, I wanted to create some tests to understand how light would pass through different thicknesses of filament. Our first test is this layer test. I printed it in the white that I planned to use, and then also this red filament that I had laying around in case I wanted to use it. But this shows how different layer heights affect how light passes through. Obviously, the thinner the layer is, the more light passes through it. If we shine a light behind it, you can see on the right, it's really bright, and on the left, it's super dark. So those were the first 2 tests I made. And then I want to know the same thing, but for walls. Instead of printing flat layer on layer, I decided to print the same test, but vertically to see how different wall thicknesses would affect how light passes through. And what I discovered is that this side over here, really those first few thin walls, you really can't tell apart. As you get thicker, you can see the difference. And then I created these domes to experiment with how the layers and walls would kind of overlap. As we get to the top of the dome, it's more layers versus walls and vice versa. Here's a comparison of light passing through different dome thicknesses on the various light modes. I also created 2 other tests to explore how shadows and lithopanes could be used. I think both of these features are a good way to add interest to your lamps, but I didn't end up incorporating these features into either of my final designs. If you want to print any of these tests for yourself, I've linked them in the description. With all the tests I wanted to try out of the way, it was time to begin actually designing our lamp. However, I was struggling to pick from all the lamp ideas I had, but you know what? I did know any lamp I made needed a base, so I got to work creating that. Alright, so it's been about a week of 3D printing and designing, and so I thought I'd give a quick update on where we're at. So after experimenting with our initial tests here, the next thing I did was design a base to hold our 3D print, not a 3D print. I designed a base to hold our little light pad. This took 3 attempts. The first one here you can see is a little too loose. It has this locking mechanism. It's supposed to make it slide down on, but it doesn't work. It just comes straight off. So that one was a bust. The second one had the same issue, but 3rd time's the charm, we got it. The diffused light pad sits down in this 3D print, and then a locking mechanism goes on top of it with threads so that we can screw in various different types of lampshades like a light bulb. Unfortunately, I still was having analysis paralysis and still couldn't decide which lamp idea I wanted to start with, so I decided to just create the most basic version I could as one final experiment to see how all the pieces would come together. We created our first little lamp shade, light shade, created our first lamp. Based on our earlier experiments, I made the wall thickness of this lamp 1.05 millimeters. And it's a promising start. It's not all that interesting. I'm calling this lamp 0.5. It's really like the 3D printed lamp starter kit. In fact, I've shared a version with the textures removed in the description, so if you want to get a jump start on making your own 3D printed lamp without designing the mechanical locking mechanisms, you can. Anyways, later in this video, I come back and make a more interesting lampshade, but I finally had an idea for a different 3D printed lamp that I really liked, so I decided to jump on it before I overthought it again. My idea was a lamp that would hang on the wall. I expanded off the initial base by adding a frame with a hook to hang on the back. Okay, cool, that's the base. And then we reuse the same locking mechanism. That goes on there. Then we have this piece that goes over the top. Oh, wait. We almost assembled it without a light in the middle, and that would kind of defeat the entire purpose. There we go. Okay, now we put this guy in here, and then finally we have this little screw-on piece. The premise of this lamp isn't actually based off any of the experiments I made. Light doesn't pass through the filament, and shadows are not used in a cool way. Rather, light is reflected off this tapered dome to create a unique backlighting effect. And I probably would have experimented with more versions of it if I had more time, but then I got distracted. Pardon the 3D printer running in the background making some noise, but I had to say so. So half the reason why I made these lamps and are making more because I wanted some aesthetic lighting. But you know what's not very aesthetic? This background. So we're gonna fix that. Insert montage music. This is supposed to be a video about lamps, so we'll keep this section brief, but I do think upgrading the background made the lamps look better. I don't know what the takeaway is from that, so I'm just gonna let the montage play. I really like this new background, but printing for this side quest took 48 hours of solid printing time, which was spread out across 3 days. Yeah, I kind of burned a lot of time on this, and I wanted to upload this video in a reasonable time frame, so I decided it was time to wrap things up. The last thing I knew I had to do was return back to the first lamp we made and make a few better lampshades. So I went in Blender and created a few, picked my favorite, and 3D printed it. Okay, we just got our last print off the printer. That was exciting. The thinnest portions of this lamp are also 1.05 millimeters again. Truthfully, I think it looks like any generic 3D printed lamp you look up online, but that doesn't stop it from looking cool. I personally like the warmest light mode for this lamp, and if we bring our first lamp back in here, I actually like the coldest option the best. I like looking at these two lamps side by side, but we'll go ahead and put them both where they're supposed to be. All right, it's hung on the wall. Go ahead, turn it on. Yeah, I like it. Go ahead, scoot this over here, add it to the background. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Anyways, if you like this video and need something to watch while designing your own 3D printed lamp, check out this goofy video where I make useless 3D printed hose nozzles. You can find all the resources I used in the description, plus the downloads to the 3D modeled resources in this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, good luck with your own projects.